Sugar Hill is a little town just north of Suwanee in Gwinnett County that for so many years I feel like was always in the shadows of Suwanee. People always said, I want to be in North Gwinnett District. I want to be in Suwanee. They never even considered looking in the little town of Sugar Hill. Well, Sugar Hill finally said, you know what? This little town is going to show up. And they did it in a big way. Sugar Hill's downtown has come leaps and bounds in the last 5 years. They have built so much affordable housing when it comes to condos and apartments, all surrounding the little downtown that gives so much urbanization and walkability factors. With a population of just over 25,000 people, Sugar Hill is very diverse and has grown so much in the last few years. A great point of Sugar Hill is its location. So like I said, it's just north, and when I say just north, I literally mean a mile from Suwanee, considering that it's halfway between Highway 85 and Highway 400. So commuting into the city or catching a plane is going to be such a breeze when it comes to the location of Sugar Hill. You also are right here on PIB, or Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. And that is another great factor because you can take that straight into the city as well. It takes you through Norcross, through Chamblee, through Buckhead, down into the city. So if you hear that there is an accident on the highways, or quite frankly, you just don't want to deal with that traffic, jump on PIB and it will take you straight in. Another great factor of Sugar Hill, you're literally 5 minutes from Lake Lanier. You can have your boat in the water in no time at one of the many boat ramps, or there's a couple of marinas that are located really, really close, and you could actually keep your boat in the water. There's even another option called the Boat Club, where you pay an annual fee, and then you can actually call ahead, tell them, hey, I'm on my way. They'll have a boat gassed up and ready for you, and all you have to do is jump in and have fun. Sugar Hill has some fantastic parks. One of those parks is Gary Perkle. The thing I love about this park is they definitely put money into this park when it comes to the fields. They're all turf. There's soccer fields everywhere because there are a lot of teams, young teams and older teams, that practice here. Another area that you're going to see is a covered gazebo with a playground underneath. My kids and I are constantly going to this park because during the summer, this is the best park around because I don't know about you, but the shade is absolutely the best thing when it comes to the summer heat, and the kids aren't overheating. Right next to Gary Perkle Park is the community garden, and this is created for just that reason. Sugar Hill is all about community, and they built this garden with the hopes that people would come together, learn from one another, and just enjoy living off of the land, so to speak. And not all of us are gonna have the area in our yards to do that. So they created this garden so that you could. The city of Sugar Hill did a really great job at planning their downtown. So they have one of the most adorable theaters around called the Eagle Theater. It really makes you feel like you walked back in time because it has that old theater vibe. Then they built what's called the Bowl. It's the local amphitheater, and it's hosted some really great games. But during the summer, they've got live music or movies going on almost every weekend. Sugar Hill's big goal is community. They've also pulled that together with the Greenway and the East Center. So the East Center is a place that if you live in Sugar Hill, you only have to pay $10 a year to belong here. There's a little gym, there's a great basketball court, there is shopping and restaurants right outside. So it's one of those things, it's almost silly for you not to be a part of. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you're notified every single week when a helpful new video comes out. Talking about those restaurants right outside the East Center, the options are endless, but they just keep coming. Probably one of my most favorites, and if you follow me on Instagram, you see me there way too often, is gonna be Rushing Trading Company. This was one of the first restaurants in the area, and I've actually held a couple of events here because the food is absolutely amazing. Another favorite is gonna be scoops. Of course, the kids absolutely love this one. It's kind of got that old school vibe though. They got a lot of the candies that we used or we had when we were kids, even some that my mom said she had when she was a kid. Then they've got all these different flavors of ice cream, and every now and then they've got fresh chocolate covered strawberries. Y'all, these are my favorite.
Oh, it's so good.
They even have a new rooftop bar that I've yet to try, but I promise you I'm about to, and I'll shoot you the review. Now, if you take a look here, niche.com actually shows you that Sugar Hill has some of the top rated schools. They are all rated A, A-, and A+. Now, obviously no one can tell you what's best for you and your children. So if schools are something that's important to you, I always suggest calling this school, going for a tour, really connecting with some of those parents that have kids in there online. Facebook chat groups are a really big thing. Another reason that I really encourage people not to overlook Sugar Hill is not only all of the great things that we've already mentioned, but the cost of housing is going to be a little bit lower than some of the surrounding cities, such as Johns Creek, Alpharetta, or Suwanee. Yet you're still really close to those areas that you can get to Avalon in Alpharetta in about 20 minutes. You can get to downtown Suwanee if that's where you want to go in about 5 minutes. Now, talking about housing in Sugar Hill, currently inventory is pretty low in Sugar Hill. We're down to 32 homes actively on the market, and that's going to be for townhomes, condos, and single family. Now, if you look here, the most expensive house currently on the market is in one of the most popular neighborhoods called Wild Timber. This house is priced at $769,000. And if you take a look here, you're gonna see the lowest property on the market. This one is $341,500. A great thing about the housing in Sugar Hill is you have a wide variety. You've got starter homes, you've got new construction, condos, apartments. Then you've got the single family homes that are going to range from the 300s to over $1 million sometimes. The median home price in Sugar Hill currently is about $460,000. So definitely a little bit less than some of those cities that we've mentioned before in the channel. Sugar Hill has a lot to offer. So if you're thinking about making a move, whether you already live in the state or you're relocating, I definitely think Sugar Hill is one that you should check out. If you have any questions, my team and I would love to be a resource. Until then, we'll see you next week.